All right, welcome back to round number 3 of 4 here at Modern Mondays in Portland, Oregon at Guardian Games. We're Portland Paper. I'm Travis Cooper, and I'm hanging out with.
Urchin Kali, and here for round three, we are going to see a matchup between Karnza, grabbed you Karnza, against Bant Soulherder. So I don't know if you've seen this Soulherder deck, but it's pretty sweet. I seem to be really prone to losing to it. So that is a handful of lands and a Utopia Sprawl for Ian. Did I miss something? I definitely missed something. All right, we're ramping.
Oh, are we gonna get a Blood Moon or a Stone Rain? Or actually, I think I'm not sure if Ian's playing Stone Rains or from the Pillage Plan.
See what we can do. I do imagine that Zeke is not too happy. He's got some basics, so I'm not worried about Blood Moon, but I don't think he's going to be too happy about a pile of Stone Rains. You're, oh, I would actually wonder if being tired of Modern because of the massive meta shifts is a good reason to play Pioneer. I think that might not go the way you want.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know, massive meta shifts really do it for me. That's what I'm all about, but
I can see being frustrated at times, but also if you play a deck and like love the deck you're playing, you can win a lot of games at Modern, even if it's not the best deck.
that's true. There's a huge advantage in be able to play your deck really well because of the complexity of the strategies in Modern.
Yeah, I've played like I don't know, I've played some kind of blue-red X control for the past 5 years in Modern when it's been good and when it's been bad, and I've had general success at somewhat high-level Magic stuff and just locally too, and still have fun.
Yeah,
So.
so worth noting, Zeke here accidentally fetching a forest off that flooded strand, going to take a correction there and then use a prismatic vista to get said forest. No spells cast, no harm done. I'm also excited to cast Dig Through Time.
You just love your Mox Opals too, so you
I,
play all sorts of Mox Opal decks.
I do. I do at that. Though in Pioneer, I guess I'm playing Mox Amber decks. My current love is Emery. We can talk about that some other time. We've got Watcher for tomorrow. I feel like I'm playing Modern Horizons Limited again, which, I loved Modern Horizons Limited, so I'm not sad to see Watcher for Tomorrow going to hide away a card. When Watcher of Tomorrow, I believe, leaves the battlefield, you just get to pick up that card.
Yeah, I mean, I have a feeling Zeke's playing cards that are going to exile and then return a card.
Yep. So we're going to see maybe a lot of card draw off that Watcher. All right, Ian. Here's Karn the Great Creator. Welcome to Karn.
What are we gonna get?
I don't know.
What are you gonna get, Ian? We can look at the options.
Let's take a peek. We're looking at Ensnaring Bridge, Mycosynth Lattice, Engineered Explosives, Walking Ballista, Batter Skull, Tormod's Crypt, Damping Sphere, and Liquid Metal Coating. I don't hate Liquid Metal Coating here. He's on 2 lands.
Yeah.
Just ice one. Oh, we are going to take out the card advantage engine. I don't hate that either. There's a lot of good options, honestly.
I kind of liked the liquid metal coating,
I did
to be
too.
honest. I feel like it's gonna be awkward with the ballista to actually ping some things because Zeke plays like ephemerates, etc. So you can like 2 or 3 for 1 yourself sometimes with that.
Yeah.
But Zeke is playing a lot of 1/1s, but those 1/1s usually draw him cards. So
Yikes.
like coiling oracles. Ice Fang Quaddles.
Quaddles. Yeah, there's a lot of advantage. Deck usually plays Ice Fang Quaddle. I do see an Ephemerate in hand, which is honestly going to be a little bit awkward with the Ballista given the amount of mana Ian has available, especially now that he has even less mana. Yeah, Attack Cowboy, I am in fact brewing Emery Ascendancy in Pioneer. Let's talk sometime because we're going to do this thing. All right. Karn got knocked down to 1, which is very awkward here. Okay, we are.
Oh, I love it.
Wait a minute. No, 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 no. That doesn't work.
uh,
You can't. That doesn't work.
wait, why? How does?
He can't target the island that isn't an artifact.
Okay.
I think they're figuring that out right now, but I'm gonna take a. Yeah, Ian just put this deck together tonight.
Okay.
He needs the coding. See, he needed the
Yeah, I
coding.
need the coding.
I think maybe I'm gonna go have a chat.
Because that's what that other artifact. I'm wrong. Yeah, that would be so good. Yes, you're right. You're right. You're right. Yeah, I'm wrong. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We figured it out.
Okay, we got it.
Yeah, we got it.
And we've resolved the situation.
You're gonna
Not
just
of it, not
let
a legal
everyone
target
know
there.
what that confusion was and what the correct text is.
What does Travis think will be the best control deck in Pioneer? Let's hear it.
Oh, I think the best control deck is going to be probably something that happens after 3 or 4 months, once the meta settle, but probably combo control with like cat and planeswalkers.
Ugh, cat combo.
I saw a really cool cat combo deck that was all like planeswalkers and the cats were the only creatures, but then it played the Sarkhan that turns all your planeswalkers into 4/4 dragons.
Okay, so we see here Walking Ballista coming down for
Go ahead.
2. Gonna take out both of these 2/1s. You know, that thing you just described doesn't. It's like that awful standard deck combined with cat combo, which is something that is only funny to me when it's bad. I'm not like super excited for a format where cat combo is tier 1, but that's just me.
Yeah, Teferi, when you add it to the cat combo deck, is pretty annoying.
Ugh.
I will play
Ugh.
everyone's favorite.
Oh, here we go.
Oh!
Here we go. I'm a blink deck. I have ETB effects Oko. Why not? Seems fine. This is totally fair. Completely not a mistake magic card with numbers like +2 and starting loyalty 4 on it.
Well, you know what's probably decent is Gilded Goose when you're blinking stuff.
Actually, that's sweet. I want to blink a Gilded Goose. Ooh, Tireless Tracker. I love this card.
Play a land, trigger, get a clue.
I love Tireless Tracker. Honestly, this card, so much value. Love it. Hate playing against it.
Yeah, and your opponent always has to fetch land when they play Tireless Tracker.
Always have it. I don't think you put it in a deck that doesn't permanently contain a fetch land in your hand.
Until your next turn, up to one target non-creature.
We're gonna have to read Karn the Great Creator. It's a good thing he has that Japanese version for all of the confusion going on.
I feel like Ian was giving me shit when I was on coverage for having tiny dice, and now we're playing with like foreign language cards that we don't know what they do.
To be fair, I was also giving you shit on coverage for tiny dice, and you need to stop using tiny dice. But this is worse. Oh, Oko. Ugh. I mean, I'm playing it, but I hate it.
Yeah, it's just there. It just keeps going up.
How long do you want to give Modern to try to deal with that problem before it's got to go?
Oh, I feel like Modern's fast enough sometimes that you can just ignore it. It's annoying. I don't know if it's bannably annoying, but
I hate it and I want it gone. It's too homogenizing. It's good in any decks that cast it. They can cast it. It's not a build around in any way.
Oh.
Here's a Mull Drifter.
And then on top of that, the draw trigger.
We are going to stack the draw trigger to resolve first. Draw 2 cards. Then we're going to blink it.
Back trigger on the second.
Blink, blink. We're going to draw 2 more cards. Well, that's gross.
Yeah, I've been on the other end of this, and it's 6 cards.
How did that make you feel?
It made me feel really bad, but then I ended up having an Is It Staticaster, and then the whole deck except for Mole Drifters literally are X1s, so then it was fine.
As it turns out, this deck is stone dead to Prodigal Sorcerer. Yeah, thank you, Matthew Dennis. The other thing, yeah, you know what? Attack Highway, I'm with you because I want to play an artifact deck, and there's just no reason to all in on artifacts when you can play this dumb 3-mana planeswalker that's good if you can cast it, so you just do that.
Yeah, I think
It makes artifacts.
I know it makes artifacts, but I want to play an artifact. Anyway,
Oh.
I'll stop with my artifact stuff.
It is a feeling when you brewed a cool deck or you play a strategy that you like a lot that then suddenly has a card printed that gets really good and then everyone cares about it.
Yeah.
I definitely can relate to that. I've loved control decks, and then they unbanned Jace, and then that was like the deck that everyone was talking about and had the targets on it. And it's funny how that happens. We're like, no, but this is mine.
You played it before it was cool. I mean, this is the Portland way, and this is the Portland paper way. You always have to play the decks before they're cool.
We're at 18 and then
So we snapped that. Fetch land. Gonna get a Stomping Grounds, get another clue off of Tireless Tracker. I was gonna say Tireless Tracker is just this unbeatable source of card advantage, and then we blinked a Moldrifter, so
Do you know why the hipster burnt his mouth while eating pizza?
clue token to get a calendar.
because he ate it before it was cool.
Yeah.
Got it.
Whew.
That was a hot one.
Thanks. Oh, is there no time? Yes,
no,
we've
there's no time.
suspended time
This
here.
is the problem: is we thanks to your support, which we appreciate so much. We now have a life total controller that the players are handling, so we get it wrong a lot less. Do we? Oh no, we cracked a clue there. We did not miss. But because we are no longer controlling life totals, we are kind of slacking on the round timer.
Yeah, well, I'm actually the one slacking here.
I wasn't gonna call you out. So we're gonna see a Force of Negation gonna take out a Cinder Vines, not something Zeke wants to see. That's sort of a mini Eidolon, 1 damage to Zeke every time I believe he casts a non-creature spell, and you can sack it for 1 to destroy an artifact or enchantment and deal 2 damage to its controller. Here we go. Now we figured it out. Now we're gonna start strip mining some people.
Oh, are we gonna Ancient Grudge Oko?
This is what I want. Oh, I'm so vindicated right now. Please show it to me. Let's do it, Ian.
I mean,
This is making my night.
Zeke's also gonna get to draw 2 more cards on his upkeep, so, but, I mean...
Zeke's gonna be fine.
Zeke is fine, but...
This micro interaction, this interaction right here is what I wanted. I'm not actually sure what the Cinder Vines was scary for. I know Zeke has a lot of instants and sorceries, but the Oko would have been able to take care of it with the food. Unless it gets... No, we're still gonna... Ancient Grudge the Island. Alright. No fear. No fear.
Can liquid metal coating target
Liquid metal
planeswalker?
coating, it is...
Let's look it up.
Target permanent.
I thought it was too, but I'm just curious why
No,
Ian would...
yeah, it's target permanent. I have had clutch liquid metal coatings take out phantasmal images. It's pretty good.
I'm so sorry, Zeke.
We got a Quaddle. Gonna draw a card. It's another good blink target. Not half as good as Muldrifter, but here we are. What's the card besides Tracker? Yes, that is the Weeb card. Liquid metal coating. I mean, that's where this is going, I do believe. If liquid metal coating does not become an elk right now. There was one chance to Ancient Grudge that.
Is it liquid dash metal? Or is
No,
it
it's liquid metal. Not liquid metal. Liquid metal.
Ah.
So, Muldrifter attacks down Karn. Here's Eternal Witness. What are we getting? What do we get? Wouldn't bother with Knight of Autumn. This doesn't really... Liquid metal coating now does pretty much nothing unless he finds another Karn. So we're going to pick up Force of Negation, which is another way to make sure he does not find a Karn. Right now, not looking at a second blue source. I assume he can get one off that fetch land, so he doesn't have to go down 2 cards to force. This turn he would. There is an Ancient Grudge in the graveyard. That is true. But he was kind of assuming, I guess, the Karn was going to live. I'm not sure I want to take out the island there over just...
Why didn't it get Oko?
Yeah. Again, Oko is almost impossible to kill. You had a line. Yeah.
I'm gonna go to combat. Okay. I will come at the Oko.
I don't like dice for this purpose.
Okay. Before damage.
We're going to try to kill Oko, which is a trial.
Oh, I guess liquid metal coating. I'll get it up on the screen here. Now, we're Ian's the smart one, I think, in this situation.
What did I miss?
Well, no, you could still ancient grudge it, I think, but it just doesn't die when you turn it into an artifact like a land would with Karn's plus. But you
He
can turn.
didn't plus on the island. He ancient grudged it.
Oh,
I don't know.
yeah, I don't things. I'm
Some
stuck on
game
this.
actions were taken this day.
Yeah, decisions were made.
All right, here's Karn. Liquid metal coating is still an elk.
Exiled.
It's pretty cool force of negation in this deck when you're drawing a million cards. It's like pseudo free.
It's true. I'm trying to not make elk jokes. I feel like they've been done to death.
I do like the Matthew's comment in chat that liquid metal coatings flavor text should be Oko's.
Yeah. This card. Thanks, I hate it. We're just gonna ephemerate this Eternal Wish. See, look at all this cool stuff that's going on that is utterly unrelated to the Planeswalker sitting on the board dominating the game. He has a strategy, he has synergies, there's cool stuff happening. And then there's Oko.
Yeah, I mean the deck was a sweet sort of niche deck before Throne came out. And I feel like yeah, that's what Oko does is it has slotted into all these like kind of cool decks that we're playing. Bant colors a lot of times, where that's a really underrepresented color combo, and they're on the lower power end of the spectrum, or just had certain vulnerabilities, and then Oko kind of like shores up that and just gives you a pretty solid like, here's a mid-range game plan on one card for your deck.
Yeah, so noted that the Bant Blink deck is one of the things that actually kills the deck that dominated the SCG. And honestly, I've played a number of Urza variants, and I'm not sure I've beaten the Blink deck. It always feels terrible because I'm like, what? You're just playing Modern Horizons Limited, and I'm just losing to it over and over and over again. But you just get outvalued so easily with this deck. Okay, we're going to force a card. Get out. None of that.
We're still in game one here.
Yep. We're grinding a little.
That is what I've noticed also with this Soulherder deck is, man, it takes quite a long time to win.
Yes.
There is infinite combos involving, like, there's extra turn card plus Eternal Witness plus Ephemerate.
They're slow.
But that's slow for a combo.
Yeah. So Zeke gonna take game one here. Turns out, blinking a Muldrifter enough times, you just don't run out of gas ever. So
Deck's got enough value made up for it.
we're gonna go to sideboards. Let's look at what our players have available. So Ian, of course, paying the Karn tax
Which
with
means
his wish board taking up. It looks like 8 of his sideboard slots. So outside of his wish targets, which we discussed earlier, we have 2 Obstinate Baloth, 2 Veil of Summer, and 3 Anger of the Gods. I love Veil of Summer. Love it.
Veil of Summer seems sweet. Anger seems fine.
Is Anger? I don't know if Anger's... Maybe.
Like
He
a lot
has
of
a lot of little things, but how many of them are going to get blinked?
So they get blinked, but then you
Oh, they
have
come
to
back,
have
yeah.
them in play to blink them, and I feel like Zeke's gonna get some value off of them, but you're using most of your mana on your main phase. So like a lot of times he'll tap out to do your fancy shenanigans, and then if Ian's able to anger away, like sure Zeke got some value, but they're gone forever, and they're not gonna get witness back. So
Yep.
it's
All right. Options for Zeke here. 2 Disdainful Stroke, 1 Jace the Mind Sculptor, 2 Weather the Storm, a Knight of Autumn, a Stony Silence, 2 Rest in Peace, Deputy of Detention, 2 Spell Snare, 1 Winds of Abandon, and 2 Celestial Purge. So he didn't see a Blood Moon. Do you think he sniffs a Blood Moon?
I'd even side him out if I was
Yeah, actually, he's got enough basics.
So
Leave Purge out.
Stroke seems good.
Yeah, Stroke's good. I'm not sure there's a lot else here. I mean, he's slow enough that maybe Jace, but I don't know.
You already have so much card draw and value that's not going to really be interacted with from Ian that I don't think you super need Jace.
Yeah. That makes sense to me.
Wouldn't you like to know? I'll tell you after.
Yeah, so maybe just the strokes, and that's probably it for
Yeah, I think so.
strokes and.
I think you lined up well enough game one
Yeah.
that there's not a lot that needs to be done here. I think play draw is going to be immensely significant, though. Ian had to play game 1 as well. Was not able to fire off a land destruction spell on his second turn. Oh, nice job. 4-0 with GDS. Well played.
That seems like a pretty good choice right now.
I think it's strong.
And if your opponent's tapping out to play an Oko, swinging in with a huge guy that you team or battle rage seems all right to me.
Oh my god, if you're spending a team or battle rage killing an Oko, there needs to be a banning. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I'm killing my opponent with that play.
Okay, I was just don't phrase it that way. It's
no,
really upsetting.
That's your opponent does a thing that then you entirely ignore and just kill them.
Yeah, I hope so. Jesus Christ. I hate that planeswalker. Anyway, I'm done. For now.
Okay, but we should probably invest in some like you have the cool elk tokeny things.
I do.
We should probably have some of those for stream.
Do you want me to go put them out there?
Zeke obviously didn't have
He
any.
had the dice. I'm gonna be right back.
Oh.
I have hand drawn
Oh.
elk toppers. I'm gonna go do that.
Now we get an Arbor Elf played for Ian, so gonna bounce from 1 to 3 here. Could even bounce from 1 to 4 with a Utopia Sprawl plus Arbor Elf on turn 2, but we're just going for a braid.
Swing for 1.
All right, Arbor Elf gonna get in the red zone.
A plus is I have seen some pretty cool stuff on Reddit with people making the elk tokens, so it's allowed people to have some art projects. Oh.
Yeah, I honestly prefer that. Like, it would be nice to have an official one that people could use that looked good, but
Yeah, I do think that is a little bit of a fail for Wizards is not having a way to have an official
maybe
representation.
maybe they weren't quite printable enough in a way they could figure out to put in the packs.
Well, they had all the punch cards for
Oh yeah.
the Eternalized or whatever those shenanigans were.
All right, here's Deputy. Karn is over. Nice liquid metal coating. That's the one problem with liquid metal coating.
It
If you lose
doesn't
the Karn,
really.
it does nothing. Well, he's got Ancient Grudge. Never mind. Not nothing.
Oh gosh. Wow, yeah, this Ancient Grudge thing is when liquid metal coating is really tripping me out here.
Yeah, that's the confusing. I mean, it's confusing for Ian too.
Forest, cast liquid metal coating.
Does Ian even play like Stone Rains in the deck, or are we just on?
I don't know. We've just been waiting for a Stone Rain that's never coming. Like,
I think it might just be turn everything into artifacts and blow up all the artifacts, and then have a really good game 1 against certain things because you're playing Ancient Grudges in your main deck.
it's a meta call. So we are strip mining. We'll see if Zeke can work through that. I'm not sure that it's going to go great for him if he can't. I mean, if he makes land drops every turn, I think being stuck on 3 mana is still not okay for his deck.
Is it the same? Did Ian cast the same Abrade? Do you want to go out and check with those players? Because Ian did cast an Abrade turn 1, and this is... Yeah.
Did you just cast the same Abrade? What a professional. I am the judge, as it turns out.
Both of these players know each other, and
we know Ian, and he's getting no end of shit for this. Yeah, Zeke's gonna pick him up. He is not functional on 3 lands, and anytime he misses a land drop, he is gonna go down. And I do not blame him for wanting to have time for game 3.
You gotta watch these players here. We did have an interesting one, I think, a couple weeks ago too, where someone I don't think it was intentional, but they accidentally picked up a card and put it in their hand that they'd played. And
Yeah.
I feel like those kinds of dexterity errors, like especially when you're playing a format like Modern, where there's a lot of movement of zones, like fetching, searching, and you want to be efficient and shortcut things, that those kinds of
Yeah.
mistakes happen. But we have to be ever vigilant and on top of, counting the cards that are in the graveyard, etc.
Mhm. It's easy to do, especially on complex turns where you've got a log sequence in your head and you're ready to run it out. I've totally done that where if log sequences in my head and then just completely misexecuted something and ended up in a position where it was just over.
Yeah, I feel like that's sort of like
Oh god, it feels so
when
bad.
you're running, you're like, I'm gonna jump over this thing, and then before you get there, you just like fall on your face because you like trip over a limb or something, and it's like, oh.
Yeah, you're so excited. You're like, I found the line. I did it. Look at this. This is sweet. I'm gonna pull out this game. I missed my bubble trigger. That was awesome. Great. Love me. It is a lot harder when you're on camera. It's easy not to relax and to think about the fact that you're on camera. I find you can get used to it. I at least find that the more matches I've played on camera, the less of a problem it is. All right. We've got a keep from Zeke on 7 and a mulligan from Ian to 6. Can't quite see what's in Zeke's hand quite yet. I assume we've got lands. I assume we've got spells. So, let's see. We'll see how long this round takes, but if it doesn't leave us with time for a mid-round, you all know what segment will be coming.
Yeah, we're gonna have, Portland's known for its food and its, many interesting establishments to eat at and all of the wonderful flavors that
We have
also.
many flavors every week.
Okay, go for it. Go.
All right. We've got a lead off on a couple of fetch lands. Zeke here only picking up half the deck. Not finding. We had this discussion last week, I
Yeah,
believe.
yeah.
Or you guys did. I was at home giving you crap.
Are you a half decker, or are you like
I'm a
pick
full
up
decker every time.
Yeah.
I play too many decks with one of Shocklands.
Yeah.
No. So we've got a Coiling Oracle. Just gonna start the card advantage train. On turn 2, choo choo. Here's the snake. He ain't gonna fetch his tap Stomping Grounds. See if he can keep up.
Yeah, really, if you're on the Karnza, Panza, whatever deck, you want to start off with a turn 1 accelerant of some sort, like an Arbor Elf, Bird, Utopia Sprawl. That said, if Ian boarded in Angers, I could see maybe taking out some of those, like Arbor Elves, or just waiting to play them if you have an Anger in your hand.
Yeah, we have the Utopia Sprawl here. I'm wondering if he had it in hand turn 1 or if he's just going to play a 2-drop right now. In which case it didn't. Okay, we've got a Cindervines. Still, he probably drew it for the turn.
Alright, go ahead.
I think somebody isn't updating their life total. And it's the producer. I'm going to go poker.
We got amateur hour over here. We can
Oh,
we can do that from
really?
here.
We
We're
can do it.
taking
Okay,
over.
okay. We'll help him out. Coiling Oracle. I'm going to pick up another card. How reasonable is that? Every time I play against it, it's just...
Yeah, it always feels so bad to have to use removal on the little creatures that they're playing, but you do because they're just gonna ephemerate them and just continue this value train of drawing a card.
Yep, and they're all different creature types, so it's just you need an entire army of Plague Engineers.
Is it
entire startup's
Staticaster,
worth.
everybody? Great sideboard card.
Is it Staticaster gets the job done? He's still relevant. kind of.
I think so. It kills lots of Thopters or servos.
It's true. You know, with all the tokens around, I believe it. But in general, I think anything that Ren and 6 chased out of the format.
Yeah.
How does this Bant... I guess... You know what? Answer me that. How does this Blink deck exist with Ren and 6 in the format? Is it the Jun's just down?
Well, you have to minus with Ren and 6.
That's
You can't plus. And so then your elk can just kill Ren and 6.
We're back on that. All right. Here's Karn, the great creator.
Minus Karn.
Yeah, the front-loaded value in this deck is good enough.
I think it'd be interesting if you played like a Knight of Souls Betrayal. That used to be a sideboard card. Curse of Death's Hold. I don't know how this deck would ever play through that.
Yeah, it's interesting. Knight of Souls Betrayal I used to think of as just absolutely too slow, but maybe not anymore. Then again, with the front-loaded value, you're not going to be able to blink anything, which helps. All right, we're going to sneak Karn down to 1 with that Exalted trigger from the Noble Hierarch. Ooh. We're going to Stony some Silence, which is going to be a problem for Ballista, but not for a lot else.
Well, we can turn the Stony into... Oh, boy. Karn confuses me. Karn does not turn things into artifacts, correct?
No.
Okay.
He does not. He fetches an artifact from your board. He turns non-creature artifacts into creatures.
Okay, great.
Which is how the strip mine thing works.
Thanks.
You got a liquid metal coating.
Yeah, I get that part. That's just like he can turn Stony Silence into an artifact and then sack Cindervines, but not quite.
Nope.
Nope.
He can do that with liquid metal coating.
Oh, you're not
gonna... Which he can't activate. He can do that with Megasynth Lattice.
Yeah. Well, we're not going to be able to draw from our
nope.
Our tokens here.
Ian is not going to get a clue. I mean, he's going to get it.
Yeah, you get the clue, but...
For all the good it'll do. Here's a braid.
Yeah, the Soulherder deck is annoying because when you have to use a removal when they cast Ephemerate to kill the thing that they've already gotten value from, so they don't get like super extra value. But it's like they already 2-for-1 you.
Yeah. All right. So Ian's in a pretty good position here with the tracker specifically, even though it's just a 3-2. If he can remove the Stony Silence in any way, but I'm not sure he can. Wait, Cindervines hits enchantments.
We're reading it.
Yeah, Cindervines hits enchantments. What are we doing?
It can destroy a target artifact or enchantment.
What are we doing? I'm not sure what... Stony does take down liquid metal coating, and I'm pretty sure plan A for this deck is strip mining with liquid metal coating.
Yeah, just destroying everything with it.
Right. And also these clues would be nice to crack. The ballista would be nice to use.
Yeah.
I'm a little unclear why that... Ooh. Karn's gone. That's a little bit of a problem. That's the pawns are playing offline. I would love to see...
Stony was brought in for liquid metal coating, which is a way that Ian's deck just blows up everything. And also it's incidentally good against these clues.
And this walking ballista. I'm not sure my play there is to run out the walking ballista. I guess maybe you blow the Stony next turn and pump it. That's okay. Yeah, I think the primary plan of this deck is to liquid metal things and blow them up in various ways. So we're going to get back Ephemerate.
Okay, so you can blow up Stony Silence, pump your Karn, blow up Deputy, then hit Eternal Witness.
That is a board wipe. You get your with bullets, you get your Karn back with that play, which is not bad.
I feel like
we're getting up to we're getting close to we've one off of Lattice mana.
Oh, don't huh. Maybe Ian doesn't realize that he can blow up the Stony.
I'm starting to get that impression. Especially if he doesn't pump after this attack.
For 4 damage,
I
trigger here.
trigger there.
Or maybe we're just waiting for Zeke to.
Sack
Oh,
Oh,
yep.
to destroy the
There we go.
there we go. He saw the line. I mean, after some of those Karn sequences, sorry, you know,
Yeah, yeah.
starting to get concerned.
I feel like maybe that was a bait.
and
Yeah.
minus on the ballista to shoot the witness.
Though it was nice because we got rid of that ephemerate.
I want to get my Karn back. I want to get my
Get
Karn
the
back.
Karn back. He needs pump. Pump it.
Put another counter on the ballista.
Yes.
Toast blocked, right? Yep. Yeah. I'll
Take it back.
shoot the deputy's attention 3 times.
Pew pew pew. You're tapped down. It's a good time for it.
Get the Karn back.
Here's Karn. I'm a big fan of upticking until you can actually make sure you cast the thing. Do not. I'm not usually into, unless I know I'm getting more than one target out of my wish board. I don't like grabbing something I can't cast
Yeah.
because your needs can change on the next turn.
I kind of agree with you there, unless you're afraid of another deputy and you want to get something that's going to be relevant. If you don't have Karn out, so
Another reason to do this a little bit differently is if you're trying to do any kind of locking with Karn, you need the Karn to survive, and that Noble Hierarch is going to get under an ensnaring bridge.
yeah.
And you can keep plussing to get around it, but if you have to downtick twice to put that together, I would rather uptick here. But getting liquid metal coating,
You can turn
you can
off.
start strip mining, which I guess is his plan over lattice locking, which doesn't.
Yeah, and you can turn off one of Zeke's lands for the next turn, just not be able to use for mana with the liquid metal coating,
Yeah.
which is
But
fine.
then Karn go. But then Karn goes to 2, can't wish again, goes to 3, and they're just gonna play that game for a while. I guess playing that game while strip mining is fine. All right, I see it. I see it.
I'll cast liquid metal coating.
Ooh, unless that happens. Turns out though, Karn can wish that back.
Yeah.
If he can have enough loyalty to manage it, he can wish that back.
Did it get exiled? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're good.
1 card. Yep.
It's actually better
Oh.
for Ian.
Ian had a Veil of Summer in hand too.
Oh, you hate to see it.
11. Oh God. You do the life seek.
Ian apparently, despite his experience with the life tracker, not used to the one on the table.
Okay.
We did see the Jace come in.
Oh.
I think it's just a slow enough matchup. Especially with the strip mine plan, it's going to help you get out of it.
Now, if
Alright.
I'm Ian, I really want. What do we want in this situation? Karn to not go
Not
to
get
2.
killed? Yeah, it'd be a good start.
Yeah. We got some draws.
We do. Zeke probably is going to have some more draws, given the exact construction of his deck. But
Oh.
we have another one. Interesting. Okay, so the deck is running multiple copies due to the fact that that's a strip mine
Zeke's
plan.
like, wait, is
First
that the
you
one?
double use in a braid. Now this liquid metal coating's all over the place. What are you even about, man? Yeah. No, he's just got multiple copies of a card that turns things into artifacts. Okay. Seems fine. This deck's weird.
Hallowed Fountain. And I'll uptick.
Hallowed Fountain is
Huh,
going
I
to
think
leave
I
the
would have
battlefield.
wanted to crack the clue first to see if I could get like an Ancient Grudge to take care of Jace, maybe?
Sack the clue to draw.
Yeah, I think I like that sequence more. See if he draws an Ancient Grudge. Did he? Did he just draw an Ancient Grudge? I can't tell. No, Season Pyromancer. I was wondering if that's what it was.
Discard a Veil of Summer to get a token and draw 2.
We're gonna grab a token. Hard stop to that Noble Hierarch. Now Karn can actually start doing work. That's a nice Fanquaddle for Zeke as the pickup. And then we're gonna pick up 3 more. Put a couple back.
Wonder how many Stonies Zeke is running.
Just 1. I assume he isn't running one in the main deck like those liquid metal coatings.
Is that doing something crazy like running Ancient Grudge in the main deck?
Main deck liquid metal coating, main deck ancient grudge. Get him. All right.
I'll
Well,
activate liquid metal coating on the temple.
we're gonna
Plus on it.
strip mine you again. Gonna draw a card first. You know, what do you think about like just having this brainstorm capacity even while you're never able to go up in lands? It just seems so powerful.
Yeah, well, it seemed like Zeke was brainstorm locked there, right?
He was, and he didn't have a way to get out of it.
That's a bad feeling.
Oh, red.
You would know all about that.
I do.
Well, there's
Go to combat.
bad cards at the top of my library. No hope. Can we see you in the stream? We are gonna do that when we have a little more budget.
Yeah,
We
we're
got
almost there.
the table side life counter, and then next up will be the broadcaster cam. Your subscriptions help with that, so thank you to everybody who's subscribed to the channel. That is working us towards exactly that.
And also just hanging out, being active in chat. Just being with us every week is awesome, and we appreciate that too.
Absolutely.
Wow. This deck is this deck is a strange beast.
Oh my god, thank you, little Mark. Thank you for subscribing. Soon.
Then everyone's gonna see us and be like, "Oh my
They're
god!"
gonna be like, can I take it back? Can I have my money back? All right. This is Battle of the Tiny Critters against the Planeswalkers, who, not you know, I used to hate Karn the Great Creator, but at this point in my life, he seems fine. He seems ish. It's just other things I hate more right now.
This is just such a strange subgame that we're seeing
I-
right now. Where like Zeke is drawing so many cards. Like, would you rather be on the
Oh,
side
did
that brainstorms every turn plus your normal card draw, or would you rather be able to vindicate anything your opponent has?
You can't vindicate anything.
Or I
You use
guess
the grudge
any.
to do that.
Or would you rather
Strip mine.
strip mine every turn?
What? Yeah, vote chat. Would you rather strip mine every turn, or brainstorm every turn? Ooh, that's gonna break this up. Ian has nothing to say about it. Party's over. Karn gonna go under that deputy of detention here.
Yeah, I'm on the drawing card side of this, I think, too.
I mean, me too. I like value. I do like griefing people a lot, but it's hard to argue with value.
Zeke making sure to put Karn under the deputy so that Ian doesn't slide it back into hand.
Yeah, you never know what can happen. These liquid metal coatings are coming out of the woodwork.
I will go
A braid has flashback. What are you doing?
Jace.
All right. Get out of here, brainstorm stick.
Oh, I want to see like a walking ballista post combat.
All right. We're going to path the seasoned pyromancer. And make a couple other blocks so that Jace is going to stay alive, go down to 1 off that elemental token. We're going to trade with the Quaddle, and the other Arbor Elf is down. Ian with a pretty mopey board at this point. Jay's unable to bounce anything, but I don't think he was going to do anything but sit there and brainstorm.
Yeah.
You know, paying 4 mana for that first brainstorm is hefty, but when you just keep doing it, you get paid.
Do we not have another seasoned pyromancer in the yard?
I believe we do.
I guess you can. There's no reason to do it main phase. You can do that in step.
Just grab that pressure. All right, what do we got?
Something. Wow, we're
Zeke's
fetching
gonna
before
fetch pre-brainstorm. That's
brainstorm.
bold.
Yeah.
He believes in his luck.
Or maybe he just likes all the cards, but I don't know. It's really hard for me to.
Yeah. It's a sort of a gut reaction when you've ever
Like,
played
"Whoa."
with Jace to go, ugh. Watch it for tomorrow. We're gonna go have a watch. hide
Oh.
away one of these cards. I didn't see which one he took.
Maybe Zeke knew that the other top card was bad.
Yeah, maybe he had something left over from a previous brainstorm. Knew he wanted to shuffle it away.
Oh gosh.
Oh dear, this is about to get very out of control. We're gonna hide away again, blinking that into turn. Get a counter on Soulherder. So this is the deck doing its thing. If you're not familiar with this deck, it has a number of blink effects that generate value from creatures with ETB abilities, but it also has this centerpiece creature, Soulherder, which is a 1/1 for 3 mana from Modern Horizons, which at the end of your turn, you have the option to blink something, and if you do, it gets a +1/+1 counter. So blinking this Watcher for tomorrow has it leave the battlefield, put the hidden away card into your hand, and then hide away another one. So it basically says draw a card that you selected from the top 4. So it's inspiration?
What's that?
Top 4. Look at a card put in your
Anticipate.
hand.
Yeah.
No, that's 3. What's the? It anticipates the bad version of
Impulse.
Impulse. Thank you. All right, we're going to turns here.
Oh.
Timer. All right, Ian packs it in. We've got the time warp going on. We're gonna dork him out with the Soulherder that keeps growing. So yeah, Impulse is what you are doing every turn by blinking a Watcher of Tomorrow. Seems totally fair. Brainstorm every turn, Impulse every turn. I love it.
Seems like
do we
Zeke.
have,
Oh, I was gonna say Zeke probably could have even won that with turns. That Soulherder was gonna get huge. So, Ian conceded, but
Yeah.
yeah.
No, I believe that Zeke would have had it. And either way, he was in such a dominating position that without the clock, it would have gotten it. Do we want to take a? Do you think we have time right now?
We can. We probably don't. We can open up the flavor next round. I think.
All right, we will get it
flavor.
to you guys.
Yeah.
We promise.
You gotta give people something to wait for. So we have one more round coming up, but we're gonna take a quick little break here, get our legs stretched, and be back shortly.